Welcome to Mark Reviews from what is one of the hottest days of the year so far. We're in the mid-90s and it's only early June, so pray for me. This is gonna be a long summer. I had intended to do my next video out here in my backyard, but it is so hot. I'm really pretty tempted by that air-conditioned studio in my basement, so I'm gonna go film this review inside. All right. So much better. It's nice and cool. Oh. Bless whoever invented air conditioning. All right, I think I'm ready for this review now. And I brought a bowl of popcorn. Specifically, this is Boom Chicka Pop. I'm not even normally that big of a fan of kettle corn in general, but this is a good blend of salty and sweet. But you know what I like more than kettle corn? Well, normal popcorn for one. But longtime viewers of this channel will know that I'm also a big fan of Oreos. And this time, kettle corn Oreos. I saw these at the store and I mean, just the idea of doing another Oreo review, but then specifically kettle corn, we've been eating this Boom Chicka Pop stuff. I wanna see what these Oreos taste like. Couple of things to point out here. This is part of the hashtag #MyOreoCreation, vote for your favorite. So I guess if I like these, I should vote for them and then there's a better chance of them continuing to make them. I don't know. Is kettle corn a regional thing? Am I crazy? Because I swear when I was growing up in Massachusetts, I had never heard of kettle corn. I'd had like honey roasted, whatever, peanuts, almonds, whatever. You can buy roasted nuts on the street, but I had never had kettle corn until I moved to Utah, and then seemingly everyone here eats it instead of normal popcorn. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Is this a regional thing? Am I crazy? I hadn't encountered kettle corn to my knowledge until I moved to Utah. Now it's everywhere. You can buy gigantic bags of it at Costco. And kettle corn Oreo. Okay, looking on the back, the 3 new flavors are kettle corn, cherry cola, and pina colada. Pina colada sounds promising. Cherry cola sounds nasty. I don't know. If you have tried any of those 3, let me know in the comments below which ones are good. Maybe I'll look for them, maybe I'll try them. But I'm trying the kettle corn because it speaks to me. And I don't know if this is a selling point for people, but it does say right here, with puffed millet pieces. You can see that here. There we go. With puffed millet pieces. Is that a good thing? I don't know. So let's try this, shall we? Whew. Okay, I'm smelling it already, just opening it that far. Right now it smells like honeycomb, that cereal by Post. No. Close. French toast crunch or whatever it was. So initial impressions, it doesn't look super appetizing. Once again, we have an Oreo where the inside looks like it's kind of been piped in, that frosting. You can see that on there. So it's not like that machine pressed thing. So maybe that's more appetizing, but it just looks like it's kind of just been thrown in there. So maybe they're trying to have it look fancier, like a cupcake or something. I'm going to try the elements separately here. I want to see what those puffed millet pieces are. It just smells really sweet, almost like a hint of maple or something. So the puffed millet pieces were a little different than I was expecting. So if you've had Sugar Smacks, the cereal again, or like Golden Puffs, I think that's the other brand name. It's like that, but they're really small. I mean, they're the size of crumbs, really. But there is kind of a resistance to them, like a puff. And I don't know, interesting texture. Okay, I'm gonna try the cookie on its own. Kind of just looks like a run-of-the-mill golden Oreo type cookie. Get that to focus, there we go. Just looks like a normal golden Oreo. It's not. It's almost salty. This is more like a cracker. It's not bad in its own right, but it's more like a shortbread, kind of almost like a biscuit, kind of a salty cookie. So I'm gonna set aside the rest of the frosting from this one. I'm gonna try one all together, the entire Oreo. There's one last shot of it. This one's a little bit broken. Gonna eat it all at once and tell you what I think. That tastes like kettle corn. When you eat it all together, it kind of synthesizes. You get a mix of kind of that salty flavor and some of the sweet. I don't know why I'm surprised at this point, but Nabisco has done it again. Those flavor chemists that sold their soul to the devil or whatever, they have figured out how to recreate flavors that should not exist in a cookie form. That tastes like kettle corn. And one element that's really kind of surprising, it threw me off when I tried the frosting on its own, but the puffed millet pieces that are in this, when you're chewing the entire cookie, you have really crunchy cookie and then kind of this softer, I don't know, puff, for lack of a better term. And that adds an element, a texture to this Oreo that's totally different from any of them that I've tried in the past. The closest approximation, because they're getting crazy and like mixing stuff into the frosting now, but the closest one to this that I've tried were those Easter Peeps Oreos, the springtime Peeps Oreos. Those I didn't like. The granulated sugar was crunchier than the cookie. Kind of threw it off. This is definitely a different texture, but it's almost like a little piece of popcorn that you're chewing up. So picture a piece of popcorn inside your frosting on your Oreo, and you now have kettle corn Oreo. So which one do I recommend? If you're a fan of kettle corn, you'll like these Oreos. And honestly, even if you don't really like kettle corn that much, you'll probably like these Oreos. These are one of the better ones I've reviewed, which is crazy because it's one of the weirdest ones I've had. Definitely with some of the elements that they've introduced into this particular flavor. In the meantime, you're not gonna get those little corn kernels stuck in your teeth. No toothpicks required for these. So there are a lot of pluses that maybe send the advantage over toward Nabisco and away from traditional kettle corn. But you're gonna have to go try them yourself. If there's that crazy person in your life that always wants kettle corn when you go to a sporting event or something, send them a package of these. I'll leave a link in the description below to where you can pick one up too. They will appreciate it because it's actually pretty dang good. Okay, that's gonna do it for this Mark Reviews stuff. Once again, an Oreo review. You're welcome. One of my fans out there, Dave, said he likes my Oreo reviews, so I'll keep them coming as long as Nabisco keeps making weird stuff. Okay, subscribe to this channel by clicking over here, and on this side, check out some of the other videos that I've done, and thank you for subscribing.